Hey everybody, local fisherman here. I got another video for my Nissan Frontier to show you guys. Today we're going to be installing a bed cover on the truck, so let's go check it out. Okay, so now we're here. This is the bed cover. It's from our friends at Oedro. They were nice enough to send it to us so we could give it a quick little test out, see how it goes on the truck, and make sure that it's installed nice and easy. So let's go ahead and open up our box. Bam, there it is. So I went ahead and did you guys a favor of taking everything out of the plastic, because I was worried about that making a lot of noise on the video. So I just tried to save your ears a little bit, especially you headphone users. So here's the bed cover. You can see your mounting brackets, and then you got some straps here that will hold it closed when you need your bed, so you can just keep it folded and out of the way when you're not using it. So let's go ahead and just lay it on the truck bed here, and then we will go check out the instructions. Okay, so this is everything that comes in the box. I just got it all laid out here in the tailgate so you guys can check it out. This is our first set of instructions. This is for you guys that are going to have the tracks in your bed, so the Pro 4X model trucks, the SL model trucks will usually have these tracks. Some of the SVs will have it, but your base models most likely won't. It's cool because they were nice enough to include these aluminum brackets that you're going to use on these tracks. So this will let you basically attach the tonneau cover or the bed cover to that. So you guys are definitely going to want to follow the instructions, but the cool thing about this is whether you have the tracks or not, this bed cover will work for you, so it's going to work for any Nissan Frontier. Next step is your main instructions. This is going to tell you step 1, step 2, step 3, how to use the brackets, how to adjust your bed cover if you need to, and then of course how to stow it and how to remove it. So one quick little cool bit that I found here, they have a couple of boxes here that tell you A and B. That says on some bed covers with the drop-in style, you'll have to cut out pieces of the plastic of the bed. Now come over here and look at this. They're talking about if your truck, the top cap here comes down lower than the metal edge of your bed. On the Nissan Frontiers, it doesn't do that. So there's no holes that need to be made on this. So when I saw this, I was a little bit confused, but now that I did some looking into it, you can just ignore that set of instructions, so you can move on past that part. So they are cool enough to give you some weather stripping. This is going to go around the edge of your tailgate, so it's going to help increase that water resistance. Next up is some rear latch hooks. These are going to go towards the back over there, so that when you close down the tailgate, these are what you're going to install on there. And then they also include these little rubber pads, and what they're used for is when you have this latch down, you're going to have vibration, you're going to have some tightness there because you don't want this thing flying off. So you're going to put that underneath the latch so it doesn't mar your paint or cause any damage to the truck. Now with this one, we have the side caps. These are removable, so some people have them, some people don't. So we probably don't need that rubber piece because it's just plastic. It's not really going to be damaging. The only thing I can think of you might needing these is if it's rubber, so it's going to provide a little bit extra grip. So if you have any issue of it sliding around or something, this might help prevent that from moving around. And then last but not least, they did include this cool little touch lamp. You know, it's a fairly inexpensive lamp. It takes a couple of AAA batteries. This just touch on and off like that. So it is a cool little gesture, you know. I guess they throw that in there just to make the thing a little more value, you know. So now on our instructions it says we need to clean the truck bed. So obviously you're probably going to have to climb inside the truck bed in order to do this, because you're going to have to get up in there and do these latches. But I was also thinking we probably want to clean these bed sides where those latches are going to be, because if you have dirt and stuff like that, it can cause that rubber to wear out quicker. So just a quick little wipe down with some Clorox wipes is what I use. You can probably use Windex or whatever, but it's just an extra little thing I like to do. So let's go ahead and move on to getting this thing installed. So our first step here, clean the truck bed, and you want to lay this thing across the back glass. So you can see here, I have it up just for this video so you guys can actually see what's happening. If you look on the right side, that's how those brackets come equipped. They have a little piece of cardboard on them. And then over here is where you're going to actually, use the Titan to secure this thing to the truck bed. So what's really cool is this is adjustable. As you can see, you got 3 notches here. 1, 2, 3. It came in the default position in the middle, so I'm not entirely sure which position we're going to end up using, but you can move it over just like that. And then when you got it figured out, you move it down and it locks it and it won't let it slide back and forth. So when you tighten this thing, this will go down, and of course this will go right there and grab that inside lip. So let's go ahead and get that first step done, and then we'll come back and I'll show you guys the next step. Okay, so here we are with the bed cover placed on the truck. I went ahead and made a few observations I want to show you guys real quick. If you look right here, this comes very close to hitting the back of the truck cab. It does come with this foam right here, which is pretty cool. So when that's on there, it is going to rub on the truck, but it's not really that big of a deal. And if you want, you can scoot the entire assembly backwards a hair. But what I wanted was it as close to the front here as it could, because there is a gasket all the way across the back side underneath the window. So you want to make sure you're not getting rain in the front of the cab or the back. And other main thing is the weathering stripping here that's going to go down the top of the bed cap here. You want to make sure that is even on both sides, and that this is pushed as far back as you can, so you have kind of like that angle there, so you know this lip is going to allow water to just kind of fall down the front and not into the truck bed. Now let's go on the inside real quick, and let me show you guys what's happening over here. Here's our latch. Previous section of the video, I did mention that there are different channels that screw can go into. We want to be in the channel on the farthest out on both sides so that we will fit this truck bed. Okay, so it's nice that they did make this adjustable for different trucks. I'm sure any 5-foot bed this will probably fit, but for the Nissans, you're gonna want on the outer channel. So we got that kind of tight. So what we're gonna do is tighten these guys up here on both sides, and then we're going to flip this out and go onto our front side. Cut. Okay, so we got both of our bolts up here tight. It's nice and snug now, it's not going anywhere. As you may have noticed, there are Velcro or some straps here with some plastic buckles. So when you do have this thing folded up in this position and you're driving around like that, if you need that portion of your bed, you just secure it here so the thing could just stay like this. So just as a reminder, this thing's basically already installed. All we got to do is when we fold it out, we just tighten these other clamps up over here. But this is it. It's secure on the truck. It's not going anywhere. So we're going to go ahead and fold this out so you guys can kind of see how this looks. So now here is the other pieces. So I imagine this is going to need to be on the outside snotch, just like I told you guys. And here's a cool fact too. I noticed that these are plastic, probably because you're going to be using them a lot, but I wish they were metal, but the inside ones are metal. Those are the ones that are going to stay latched. So they were cool enough to include 2 extra pieces of plastic here that are going to be used to latch this in just so. So this, this is the same piece that's right here. You see what I'm saying? So it comes with the extra one. So if you ever break them, I imagine you can get a hold of the folks at Oedro and they can give you some more. But it's cool that they include extras in the box. So this is what it's going to look like when it's folded flat. So you can see that it's going to sit just like that. As this thing sits on the truck over time, it's going to flatten out. It's gonna all the little creases and things from shipping are probably going to straighten out. That's just kind of how this material. It's almost like a trampoline material. It's got that same kind of material that I had as a trampoline when I was a kid. So this is what it's going to look like when it's done. I'm going to go ahead and get these bolted down, and then we're going to close our tailgate. And there is one thing I wanted to make sure. On certain Nissan Frontiers, you're going to have more of a spoiler here on the bottom of the tailgate. Some are going to be more flat or smooth. So I've heard some people saying when they have this type of piece on their tailgate, it doesn't work very well with bed covers. But we're going to test that one with this, so we're going to see if that theory is good or bad. So let's get started on the next part. I went ahead and just got this put on there because it's so dang easy. So you got your 4 locking mechanisms on each corner. I was looking here and this actually fits pretty good even with you have the spoiler on your tailgate. You can see the brand right there, which is pretty cool. I've seen other brands of this and they have it like in a big red letters or something. This is a little more low profile, you know what I mean? As you can see, I got it about as straight as I could. You can adjust this if you want, but you really can't tell. You can see the small creases here and there, and those are going to smooth out once the material heats up and stretches. But check this out. So this is super easy. So if you look down in here, this is that latch, right? You literally just unpop it, make sure it's clear, and then bam, it's up. It's up. Just like that. So this thing's pretty cool. I like it. The weather stripping, everything looks pretty solid. Super easy to put in place. Just like in the front, you want to make sure you're in the 3rd notch, closest to the outside of the truck. You may need to adjust this a little bit. I left about about a 1/4 inch of thread sitting there, so that's kind of how you know what position. Trucks may vary, but another cool thing is when you're putting this, you see this channel. This is where you're going to want that lip to sit in. On these caps, there's plastic and then there's metal. You want to make sure you get both of them, okay? And this is also where they were talking about getting these little guys. You can put them in the front if you want to, or you can get them in the rear, so you can kind of figure out where they're going to go. Fold this down. And so it's going to sit about right there. So all you literally have to do is put it right there, just like that. And then you fold this down up, put it in place, see? And then you just pull it and it locks in place just like that. So super simple to do. I think it's awesome. I was expecting this to be a little harder. So I'm happy that it was easy like this, and I think my wife's gonna like this. I think this will come in handy when we go on trips in the truck, if we go camping or go fishing or anything like that. All our stuff's gonna stay dry because we live in Texas, and it's kind of like Oklahoma where I used to live. You get all 4 seasons in one day, it seems like. So it's good to have some protection, and you just fold this thing or just take it all off completely if you don't need it on the bed, if you're moving or if you need your bed for everything. So you know, just the kind of final thoughts here. I think this bed cover is really good. I would buy it if it was something that you know, I needed. I've actually always wanted one, so it feels good to have one now. So huge shout out to Oedro. So for these guys for helping me. I wanted to show you guys, this is a paper that comes with the bed cover. They want you to like them on Facebook. They give you discounts, giveaways, deals, you know, cool things like that. So it's kind of like a little fan club. I like their little motto. It's off-road 4x4, do it yourself. So I've looked at their list of products available for the Nissan Frontier. They got bed covers, they got floor mats, they got all sorts of things that you can use on these trucks. So what I like about all their products is it's all stuff that the average person with a set of tools can install on their truck. It's a do-it-yourself products. So all that's left is just putting the weather stripping on. That is fairly easy. I'm sure you guys can figure that out on your own. And of course, don't forget your extra pieces. You want to keep those in the truck in case these ever break for whatever reason, if they get bound up or you accidentally hit it with something. I just wanted to thank you guys for watching my video. If you have any questions or anything at all you'd like to mention, please put it in the comments below. Give me a like and a subscribe if you can. I'd greatly appreciate it. And also don't forget to hit up my friends at Oedro that provided this bed cover for me so I could do a review for them. Please check out the link in the description below so you can purchase that item from Amazon. And again, if you guys do have any questions, you have any prayer requests, anything at all, my email will be in the description of this video. You guys can always get a hold of me that way. And then again, thank you guys so much for watching this. I appreciate it, and I'm out.